With the recent Requiem game launch, part of the below franchise of Resident Evil, we've encountered many new characters, villains, monsters, and residents of evil. But there's one that caught everyone's attention. Am I right, Blink? You totally are! And why not go and present her just in this exact moment? Ladies, gentlemen, and the people who don't give a fuck, she is
Grace Ashcroft.
You wanna know why do most people think Grace Ashcroft is not the perfect character, but the most relatable character in the current Resident Evil timeline? Well, there's three main reasons. The trauma, the emotional response, and the will to survive. She is a character that knows her limitations and still forces to go through the pain and survive, just like us normal humans do. But do you really wanna hear it from me?
Running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left hand.
Grace, many people in your generation feel that their past experiences define them more than their careers. How much of your childhood in the shadow of Raccoon City still dictates your actions today?
It's everything. People think you can just get over things, but when your childhood is marked by loss and secrets you can't explain, you don't really move past it. You actually grow around it. It's the lens I used to see the world. It's why I'm at the FBI. I'm not really looking for a paycheck. I'm just looking for the answers that were stolen from me as a kid.
Do you think your trauma makes you a liability in a high-stakes environment like the Hotel Renwood?
Actually, it's the opposite. If you've already seen the worst the world has to offer when you are young, nothing really surprises you anymore. It doesn't make it less scary though, but it makes you realize that survival is a necessity. I was marked, but those marks are just a map of where I've already been.
We often look at— oh wait, that's the wrong song. We often look at video game protagonists as blank slates, but Grace is different. She carries a before and an after. How does that relate to us? We are living through times where unprecedented events happen every Tuesday. Like Grace, many of us have lived through situations in our youth that fundamentally change how we see safety and the future. She is fighting because her past never gave her another choice, and that mark feeling, it's a shared modern experience for us.
And it's time to win your love again. I will be there. I will be there.
We often see agents in the field acting like cold, calculated machines, but in your record there are moments of visible panic. How do you respond to those who call that a lack of composure?
I've honestly called them liars. When you are staring at something that shouldn't exist, your biology takes over. Your hands shake, your breath hitches, your brain starts screaming. Being erratic is just a human reaction to horror. I'm not a machine, and I think that's why I'm still alive, because I listen to that fear instead of pretending it isn't there.
There were times during the mission where you seemed completely overwhelmed. How did you push through those erratic emotions?
I didn't really push through them. I lived through them. You have to let the wave of panic feel the coldness of it. And then once your heart rate slows down just enough, you take the next step. It's messy. It's not someone would recommend, but that's what bravery actually looks like.
The most Resident Evil thing about Grace is how she reacts to the monsters she fights. We've grown so used to action heroes who stare down bioweapons without blinking, but Grace breaks that trope. Since the beginning of the game, she is erratic, she's terrified, and she's visibly shaking. Most people like to imagine they'd be the hero with the perfect aim, but under extreme horror, the human brain goes into a chaotic mental state. By showing us her constant panic, the game makes her survival somehow. Her bravery is different from Leon's. While Leon in Resident Evil 2 Remake was able to maintain his composure to face the monsters Raccoon City had, Grace is someone with almost none field experience. She is brave because she is a complete mess, but she refuses to give up. Intelligence analyst, not a combat specialist. How is it that someone with zero field experience is outlasting trained soldiers?
I think that's because my brain is my best weapon. Humans are adapters. Just like your eyes adjust to a darker room in seconds, my mind has started adjusting to the new normal of the outbreak. I really wasn't trained to shoot like Leon, but I was built to survive. After the third of fourth encounter, the shock wears off, and the survival instinct takes the wheel. It's just science, honestly.
You seem to become significantly more stable as the missions progress. Did you feel yourself changing?
I did. I did feel like a change. It was more like a transition. It's like caffeine. The first time you have it, it hits you hard, but by the third day, your body expects it. By the time I reached the deeper levels of the hotel, the old road didn't paralyze me anymore. It just became the environment I had to navigate. We are designed as human to endure, and I think I'm just proof of how fast a person can harden when they have no choice.
Nowadays, where every modern video game shows a main character with unshakable confidence, Capcom gives us a character like Grace.
Hey, that's a restricted area. You can't go in there.
Why?
It's an active crime scene.
Oh, right. Sorry. There might be answers inside. CSO. I'm Grace. Ashcroft. FBI.
What's truly fascinating about Grace is her evolution. She starts as an intelligence analyst, basically someone who works with data and not guns, and yet she outlasts people with twice her training. Why?
I don't know.
Because humans are the ultimate biological fast adapters. Our bodies are literally built to normalize the extreme. Just like your pupils dilate to find light in a pitch black room, Grace's mind treats horror as a new baseline of living she has to adapt. Every mission she survives makes her faster and more stable only because she is human.
What?
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Wait, just because we covered all the main points, you think I got nothing else to say? Now, we can't ignore the fact that there's also a lot of people who do not like the personality of Grace for being too shy or timid. For some players, this behavior is a source of genuine frustration. Some see her timidity not as a realistic trait but as a lack of agency or weakness that makes the game feel slower or more punishing. But a big demographic of gamers who enjoy solo games and have time for them have tendencies to spend most of their time alone, and I'm not saying it in any hurtful way. Being alone and being lonely are not the same thing. What we can do conclude for sure is that she's a different character from the rest, and her actions change and shape the future of Resident Evil universe in a really meaningful way. I want to hear something from you. If you were in Raccoon City during the Resident Evil 2 events, do you think you would have survived? Remember, I read every single comment, so I'll be waiting for your response.
It's there.
The weight of our generation. Okay. We often look at video game protagonists as her evolution. Oh, I messed it up. I didn't have to start it like that. All right. Anyway, she is brave because she's